Good evening, Mr. Khoo. How are you? I think you're on mute.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm fine. Yeah.
I guess we'll just wait for Mr. Suanado also to join before we start. I can see that Mr. Suanado has joined. Mr. Suanado, are you on the call?
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Suanado. Sorry, looks like you had some challenge. Are you able to hear us?
Am I audible?
Yes, now you are. Yes, you are audible now. Can we start?
Sure.
Great. Thank you so much for joining this session. This is our sixth webinar in the series. Today, we're going to be talking about how we're going to drive business growth with effort, a no-code platform, and how partners are deeply involved in this today. And what are the basic insights or inputs that we could receive from partners? Why are partners embracing no-code as a technology? Uh, Let me introduce our guest speakers for the day. I have Mr. Khoo from Singapore, Malaysia. Mr. Khoo comes with, brings with him more than 3 decades of experience in the field of technology. He has, built and runs SE Soft. He also is a director with Innomation today. He is a technocrat. He's an entrepreneur with a passion for technology and how technology can bring value to businesses that he deals with. Welcome to the discussion, Mr. Khoo.
Thank you, Joseph. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm SC Khoo from Innomation. Well, you can call me SC or Khoo, whichever is easier for you. While I started SC Soft about 13 years ago, initially we were focusing on open source ERP, but later we diversified into public transport, or sometimes people call it AFC. Recently, I decided to step down from SC and focus on effort no-code platform from Spoors.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being
Thank
on
you.
the call. Our next guest on the call is Mr. Banerjee. Mr. Sunando Banerjee is a technologist, is a consultant, and an entrepreneur with more than 2 decades of experience behind him. He has been responsible to nurture and build product companies in India, has been responsible to build products through partnerships for various organizations, has runs companies on his own. And in these 2 decades that he has been in the field of technology, he has interfaced with more than 300 plus enterprise clients across 40 plus different countries. Thank you so much for being on the call, Mr. Sunando, and welcome to the discussion.
Thank you, George.
We also have my colleague Sambal Mitra. Sambal brings with him close to 2 decades of experience in managing partnerships with various product companies. He's been with us for a few months now, and he's responsible to drive our partner business. Welcome to the discussion, Sambal.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Pleased to be here.
Yeah, great. My name is Joseph. We've met before. I head sales at Spoors Technologies, and I will be happy to moderate our discussion for the day today. Right. So, one of the first questions that keeps coming back in every discussion is, what is the importance of no code today? The importance of no code implementation today. As businesses are growing, and then as customers' requirements are growing. Right today, we are in a generation where we like to get our food ordered and delivered in 10 minutes, right? Everything that we want needs to happen at the snap of a finger. So why not, business applications as well, right? So we're definitely slowly, but definitely moving into an era where applications can be spun up very, very quickly based on, what kind of workflows I have. And today, customers largely look at the flexibility that these applications can bring in terms of, making changes to the workflows that they have in real time, rather than wait for somebody to come and build them out for them, or wait for somebody who's an expert who can come make those changes, and then wait for months together before it is tested and then is brought onto the field. So today's businesses are all about speed. I remember some time back I read a book written by Bill Gates. It was titled "Business at the Speed of Thought," and this was about 2 decades ago. And some of the key things that he outlined was how technology is certainly going to take over how we would want to build things, how we would want to embrace a lot of stuff quickly and fastly, right? So yeah, we currently are traversing in that in that generation, and organizations today are certainly embracing no code as a technology. Definitely there are questions around security and will it really work, how easy it is, and so on and so forth, right? That is where effort as a product comes in, where we've built something that is enterprise class, it is DIY, it is no code. And we certainly have customers that we can talk about who are SMEs, who are mid-sized customers, and who are enterprise customers who've trusted with us. Our journey has begun almost 10 years back. So our founder, CEO, Mr. Ramakrishna, was a visionary. He certainly knew that this is something that definitely is going to be something that's going to become very common in the future. And and as we can see it in the day to day, a lot of large organizations which otherwise build standard products today are embracing no code, low code as a technology. So moving forward, how easy or difficult are no code implementations? And when we talk about faster ROI, which is one of the key factors that we talk about when we talk about no code implementation, when we talk about customer engagement, do they really bring in any value? Suanado, if you could, given your experience of having worked with product companies, having built partnerships for those product companies, I'm sure a lot of services would have been, you would have bought in a lot of services there in terms of implementing those products. How do you see that difference? Does no code really give you that edge of a better customer engagement and of a better and faster ROI?
Thank you, Joseph, for the question. So I have actually, in my own life, I have transformed myself into, I've started from the Microsoft technology and then went to open source. And today, when the concept of no code and no code are coming, when I normally look at the business leaders and the big consulting company like Gartner, and they said that more than 65% of the application would be built in low code platforms, and which excites me perhaps. But more than that, what excites me is like today the kind of companies that I am running, I have excellent designers, and today the whole concept of software development has moved into design thinking process. And when we are talking about design thinking process, I think the dependence on the developer, the so-called quote unquote developers, has to be reduced. The reason is that it's not going to take more time, because as you mentioned correctly, that speed in today's world is extremely important. Agility is extremely important, and lower dependence on a larger team is also very important. So we need to shorten our manpower, we need to shorten our expenses. That's always there when we are developing prototype, when we are developing products. I think here basically no code comes as a big revolution. Like any revolution, there are there are many apprehensions that work inside us whether this would work or not. I believe that it is time that technology companies should embrace this concept, partner with organizations like yours, explore no code, because that's where the future is. Even if we say that no, we are not in this field, then probably we are missing it out. And if I think it is important that in today's world, if we are not in it, then it's a miss, it's a loss. And so there is no other alternative I see at this point of time.
Fantastic, fantastic. So some of the things that I, certainly heard were, agility, and then the need for, customers today to embrace no code as a technology, to keep up with the current times, to ensure that products are reaching the market quicker and faster, to ensure that there is better ROI. But as a partner, how does this also improve your customer engagement? Today, a customer is used to looking at a project plan that stretches out for a couple of months, and then product is built, and then it is tested and taken. How does your customer engagement, the whole gamut of things change? How are you able to build trust with customer when we talk about no code?
So, Joseph, in my 25 years of getting involved in the software industry, I have never seen any customer till date who has a problem if we deliver faster. Okay, number
Absolutely.
one. Number two is that at least I have never seen any CEO of the organization, the CXOs of the organization, the principal stakeholders of the organization who are extremely keen on a particular technology. For them, the solution matters a lot. And I think
is the product meeting the is the solution
exactly if the product is meeting my requirement, if I am getting it, okay. The only thing that remains constant, I believe, that is for lack of education there. I believe the partner's role increases, where they have to give the confidence of stability and security. But apart from that, if we can deliver the product well in advance, a product which is stable, which is scalable, I believe there is no customer who would have a problem by delivering it in a cost-effective manner. So my cost is getting reduced. Look at the kind of enterprise solutions have evolved over a period of time. At least when I started my ERP journey, and I think Mr. Khoo is here, he is much more experienced than me, but an ERP project used to be like a lifetime. It's a never-ending project in our childhood, when we actually got into this project. And from there, we have now come to a phase where probably a month and our ERP is live. Like that, when we are doing a project life cycle development, I think the time is, the people does not have time. We don't have time. There are thoughts, and we need immediate solutions to it. So I think the faster that we could move as a company, as an individual, as a practitioner, I think it is going to be beneficial for us, for the customer. But at the end of the day, my dependence on core developers are getting lesser. My problems with the coding is getting lesser. I don't have to really remember the syntax and the bugs, the huge number of bugs that I face because of certain syntax errors are not there. So,
correct.
And if you look at the way the technology has developed, technology is ultimately developed for mankind, and the whole concept of technology is that you make it much easier and simpler for the normal people to use the technology. So if we, you and me, are, suppose we are just designers, we understand how the design would be made, and then we have the ability to deliver a product on the basis of our understanding of the solution. I think that's the best scenario that we could ever imagine. And there the world is moving. I think if we are not getting into the rhythm of it, then we are losing it.
Fantastic. Great points there, Suanado. So, we heard about agility. We heard about how investments are being protected. We heard about how businesses can be brought to the market much more faster. I think these are some great points that you're sharing, especially coming in from somebody who's, worked with traditional companies where, you've built application over a period of time. And then, today we are embracing no code as a technology. Thank you so much for sharing that insight. So, like in any business, we also started out our journey as, as a direct company. for over 10 years, we've been direct with customers. Because we really wanted a strong validation that this product really works. We really wanted to build that trust with our customers. We wanted our customers to come back and tell us that, hey, this is something that really helps us today, right? And we are at that stage where we've crossed a little over 100 customers with more than 50,000 people on the platform and things like that. So I think it was the right time for us to expand our business, and there is no better way than you can do that, rather than bringing in partners. It's partners like you, who it's collective experience that we bring. Various kinds of customers that we can reach out to, right? That is where Sambal comes in. Sambal, so with your experience of having worked with other product companies and having developed channel partners for them, how do you see the partner ecosystem warming up to the whole idea of no-code?
Thank you, Joseph. Good evening, everyone. Steve, for me, no-code unlocks the power of innovation for channel partners. When it comes to application development, we are seeing IT channel partners amplifying their conventional strategies by adopting no-code, low-code methodologies. That is a game changer today. So gone are those days when we talk about the proprietary solutions, which take months and years to develop and then go back to the customer and deliver. So now, after the pandemic specifically, people are more faster. They are thinking of faster turnaround times with respect to deliveries. So major game changers today are, number one is the flexibility to build enterprise applications without writing single line of code. That is more important here. That is the major game changer in no-code technology. You don't have to write a single line of code. You can just drag and drop the fields and you can create the workflows and it is ready for the customer. Number two, the most important thing which comes to my mind is speed of delivery for the channel partners. I mean, that is very important. Whenever from the time they gather the requirements, go back, define the workflows, again show it back to the customer, maybe a POC, which is a proof of concept, which could be a week or so max. Then you can come to a decision that faster. Within say a week or 2 weeks, can come to a decision. Number three point which comes to my mind is the more important the factors which are loved by the partners. One is higher flexibility. When we talk about a platform, if there's a change request, say tomorrow, what happens is with traditional ways, it takes months to change something. But in no-code, low-code platforms, it takes, days, not even, weeks to change something. So there is a big game changer there. With respect to, if I say there is development and the coding and the testing, which is not at all there. So that part is completely eradicated. So the other game changer is there is very less manpower involvement. So there is no manpower as such. You can train your own people and get that in the no-code technology. You can start very fast. There is no such need to have trained people or technical people in the team. There are faster delivery cycles. As I said, you can go to the customer, gather the requirements, come back and define the workflows and give it to them in a week or two max. So that gives them faster revenues as well. So they can focus on multiple customers, which was not at all possible with proprietary solutions. They used to wait for months to get one delivery. So that is absolutely not there with no-code platforms. Increased productivity for the customers. What happens is the customer is embracing the technology. So that gives them increased productivity in terms of usage, and so that makes them more happy. So that brings more happy customers today. So the another important pillar is basically the empowerment of the partner or the enablement of the partner, which in our no code platform doesn't take say max a week. So which is not at all possible with if I talk about some proprietary solutions. I'm not naming any of them, but it takes months and years to train people in those technologies.
True.
So this will actually what brings as a partner is more revenue, faster revenue, and more happy customers. So that is the reason people are switching to no code and the partners more importantly, because initially the understanding was there is no such involvement because there is no code, there is no involvement as such for the developers, but the whole story has changed completely now.
True, true. So, do you see partners embracing no code as a technology much more faster because now you've been on both sides, right? Of selling a product that was an ERP product some time back, and then today you're trying to pitch no code as a technology. So, do you see that partners are eager to embrace this? Certainly all the points that you mentioned are definitely game changers, right? You're talking about agility, we're talking about faster training, we're talking about faster deliveries to customer, which means that your invoices get cleared faster, money comes faster, so more number of projects, so on and so forth, right? The need to have specialized resources on board is also taken away. The need to sign up with no code companies becomes much more easier because training resources becomes much more easier, right? Given that these advantages are certainly there, do you see that partners are eager and are quickly embracing no code as a platform?
Yes, see, we already have Mr. Khoo here who already joined us. Even I talk about Critical River, which is a very large organization. They have embraced effort as a no-code platform. So similarly, like SAP V1 partners, others have also come up and joined us, Microsoft partners even. So you can understand, there is a change which is happening with the proprietary solutions. The time has gone, the effort, the money they put in, the ROI is not there. So that is visible.
Fantastic, fantastic, great points there. Thank you, Sambal, so much for that insight. On how partners are embracing no code as a technology, right? Now, partners have traditionally been working with certain products, and then with the onset of no code, right? How does it help a partner to expand, right? This is one question that lingers in my mind. Why would a partner move away from his business that is sitting pretty good? Mr. Khoo, you've been in this business for more than 3 decades, and while you introduced yourself, you did mention that today you are gung-ho in selling a product like effort. I'm sure that you were in a very comfortable situation selling a particular product. You had the resources with you. What is that has what is it that has changed, where you think this could align with you as a partner? What compels you to bring to no code as a technology?
Thank you, Joseph. Okay, I do concur with what Samba has mentioned about effort, all the various capabilities, and also advantages. Okay, I will spend maybe next few minutes share with all of you a few salient points of effort for partner like Innomation. Firstly, as highlighted by Samba, effort provides flexibility to build enterprise application without writing a single line of code. This really helps the partner keeping their operation lean and agile. Partner can then focus on the customer requirement and implement the solution quickly. without have to spend tons of effort on software development, which may sometimes takes months or even up to a year to deliver the projects.
Sure. Yeah, I think we lost Mr. Khoo for a
Multiple technology platform.
Sorry, sir, we lost you for
is-
like a couple of seconds.
Okay. Let me repeat. And a partner do not need to build and sustain multiple technology platform to
True.
support the platform. And for those who have involved in extensive software development, you know how difficult it is to build and sustain multiple technology platform. Lastly, since no software development is required, partner can focus solely on customer requirements, carry out prototyping, and deliver the requirements quickly, and keeping the project risk to the minimum for the customer. And with all the above kind of salient points, customers are in, or rather partners are in very good position to grow their business exponentially. Yeah, that's all I have.
Fantastic, fantastic, great points that you have brought out. So as we move forward, some of the key things that we would like to talk about, especially is in terms of the kind of partnerships that we are trying to drive as an organization. So we heard great points today in terms of how agile a no-code platform is, how easy it is for somebody to get trained on the platform, how it helps customers to bring products into the market quickly, how easy it is for the customer to make changes into an existing application and things like that, right? So while I say that, I don't think the standard fixed products are going to go away very quickly. The good thing is that they are certainly embracing the no-code bandwagon. They are making changes, into their products, making it more flexible for their customers to align and start using their products as well from a no-code perspective. So, Sambal, could you give us a quick brief about what are the kind of partnerships that Effort drives, and what could a partner typically look at when he tries to leverage a product like Effort?
Sure, Joseph. So we offer different. Yes, Mr. Khoo?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yes. So thank you, Joseph. So the type of partnerships that Spoors offers, one of them is the traditional channel partnership where someone is an implementation partner. So they can join us as an implementation partner and get trained in the platform and then earn from the services. So that is number one option. There is VR, that what we talk about is a VAR, which is value added reseller, where the partner sells the license as well as the services. So there we have a license component for the partner and the services, which he can, whatever services he is providing, he is going to bill for that. So that is the second option that we have. We have strategic alliances where the larger SIs, some of the big companies like Wipros, like Tech Mahindras, they can come and join us as a strategic alliance partner and work on specific industry segments or on specific use cases. That can be there possible as well. We have an affiliate option where somebody is having opportunities, can come up with the opportunities and become an affiliate and get the margin for the opportunity. That is also there. Then we have finally the technology alliances, the different companies like we have already done with Keka and others. So technology alliances can happen as well. these kind of partnerships, where we can integrate with their product and we can sell, go to the market together. So that is, these are the different types of partnerships that we are offering.
Thank you.
In terms of markets, I would say India is the biggest market for us. We are very much here, present here. Second biggest target market for us is US and Canada. Third, obviously, Middle East and Africa. And after that, it's all Asia Pacific and Australia. So these are the different markets we are targeting. Europe, as such, specific countries, not in the eastern part of Europe, but in the western part of Europe.
Great. Thanks a lot. Mr. Khoo, did you have a point? I saw you were trying to make.
No. I think this Sambal already covered those points.
Okay. Okay.
I have something more to say about the different types of industries that we cater to and the use cases. So as effort, we cater to different types of industries already, like banking, pharma, retail services, real estate, the construction companies, different construction verticals. Agri companies, we are very much working with different agri companies, agriculture companies, poultry as a industry, travel tourism aggregators like Make My Trip, we are working with them. Manufacturing companies like we talk about John Keel's, some of the largest manufacturers today, we're working with them. Some of the major use cases I would like to talk about is lead sourcing. Like in the BFSI segment, we are working with verification management, source to sanction, different types of audit and collections and deposits. So different use cases for BFSI we are working with already. We are also working with some of the large automotive companies like Maruti Suzuki today, where we are working on the roadside assistance for them. We are providing retail and distribution for multiple companies. So today we are almost working with 150 plus customers in different parts of the globe. So
Great.
These are some of the use cases I would like to highlight.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Sambal. One question that that I have to both Suanado and Mr. Khoo, Mr. Suanado, maybe you can go first here. Is that so far you've been selling a certain product, a certain technology, and then there is when you're approaching a customer, there is a certain amount of trust that the customer has with you because you've been working in that system for a pretty long time, so they know that you are somebody who's an expert there, right? Now, when you introduce no code as a technology, as a platform to the customer, what is the perception, and how easy is it for the customer to embrace you as a partner? Do you see any challenges there, or is life much more easier for you?
There are two aspects, like how customer perceive me. Okay. When we are providing solution to the customer, so we normally provide solutions, not technology. So customer, if we have a if we treat a customer like a customer, there are multiple things that happen. If we treat our customers like a growth partner, we are a growth partner to our clients and customers. In that case, I'm just providing the solution. So it is completely up to me to make sure that I am providing the right solution at a lesser cost, or the most cost-effective solution, which is effective and enhancing his business. Okay, so I really don't see there is any threat or there is any questions until and unless I am really working with an organization who has a stringent audit policy to check what kind of technologies, what are the technology platforms that are being used. There probably I need to explain a bit because this is a new concept, and any new concept requires it. The same thing happens with open source also. There is a misconception between people about the security of the product. Okay, so like that. Okay, this has its own learning curve, and people would learn and as a process. But when I'm saying that I am providing solution to my customer, I really don't see any challenges. On the second part, where it is making my life easier, yes, it is, because my dependence on key developers or a developing community is getting lesser, where I am more or less utilizing my visualizers who are actually looking at a product from a user's perspective more than a technology perspective. And I think that's the future of any solution. So if I look at us to a solution from a technology perspective, I would actually look at it from multiple angles, whether my technology can support the requirement or not. If I look at it from a visualizer perspective, then I would actually look at a solution holistically, whether my solution is giving business benefit to my customer. And I see there is a huge benefit that I like companies like ours, which are small companies, right? So we are facing a lot of relief that our dependence on developers are getting lesser. I'm not denying the credibility of developers at all, because developers would be interested, would be important to any project. But having said that, for smaller project, for mid-sized project, for the SME industry as a whole, I believe this is a huge relief. And that relief would come to the customer and to the people who are providing solutions, to both of them.
Great. So what I can gather from what you're just telling me is that so long as you're taking a consultative approach where the product or the solution meets the problem statement of, if it can solve the problem that a customer brings, whatever is new, whatever is the best that you can show to a customer, the customer will certainly embrace it.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Any thoughts on that, Mr. Khoo? Right? How do you think a customer?
Yes. I do agree with Suanado that I think there is a misconception about no-code platform. I think to most people, in fact, when I talk to the customer or potential customer, many of them think that no-code platform is like, mainly for workflow, work process automation. But I think as far as effort, no-code platform is concerned, it's more than that. You can use it to build application from simple to very complex. And then with the so-called ability to say add on additional function, or even do some customization to meet some special requirement by the customer, I would think effort no-code platform is able to use almost any application system.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
One question that when we actually made that decision to start working with partners, right? I myself having had worked with a lot of product companies, I truly see what the value a partner brings in the business, right? There is a lot of leverage for him to make revenue when a certain fixed product is sold, and there is a lot of implementation, integration that you build, some customization that you build on top of that, right? So it gives them a lot of leverage in terms of generating a lot of revenue. But when it comes to no code, it's very simple and very easy, right? As a partner, do you perceive that as a challenge or as an opportunity? Mr. Suanado, if you'd like to go first there.
I really don't see that it's a challenge, because I believe always, I always had been on the other side where I'm developing partners. I worked for Microsoft, I worked for Invaluable for 13 years and developing partners. And I believe that a product is as important as its partners are. And the product grows when the partner grows. So it's the ecosystem. It's the perception basically depends on how you embrace your partners. And I see there is no threat in whatsoever the system is. If the ecosystem is strong enough, where I see that I am bringing value and the my partner is also bringing value to my table. I think then it's a win-win ecosystem. As an intelligent partner, I believe that, for example, if I see my principal is doing good, that's an added advantage to me, because
True.
I have the case studies, I have the use cases, and I have a huge gamut of information that I would collect and utilize it in my customers. I think is the ecosystem will only get stronger by doing this.
Any points on that, Mr. Khoo?
So I look at it this way, what the customer wanted is actually the solution, solving the customer problem. Okay, if they say in order for you to deliver the solution and you need to take a long time to do the development and it's going to cost a lot of money, that, I mean, it is not really delivering value to the customer. So, of course, with no-code platform, a partner like us do not spend too much, or rather almost like do not have to spend time on software development. So we will be focusing on the customer requirement and deliver the solution. And of course, from there, we should able to get some margin, so that we are able to keep the company going and also grow the company as well.
Great. Another point that I recollect when we had an earlier conversation that you had pointed out was that as a partner today, you probably are limited to working with a set of industry verticals or a set of customers, right? But no-code gives you that leverage of working with multiple industry verticals, multiple use cases, and multiple solutions that you can try. Fantastic. Those are some great points that we have discussed today. We have a few we have participants here today who've joined us. Now I would like to leave the forum open for any question and answers. If there are any other points that you would like to bring forth or forward, you're welcome to do so, or we can take a couple of questions, if there are any that come by. Yeah, I don't see any questions coming in right now. If there are any, please feel free to share with us. We will try and see, how we could get them answered. We have Suanado and we have Mr. Khoo onboarded with us, and we really look forward to a great partnership. Bringing in a lot of customers, solving a lot of problems for customers. Thank you so much for taking time. Thank you so much for sharing your views and thoughts. It was a great experience. Learning from people who come with so much of an industry experience as the both of you. Thank you once again, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Thanks, Joseph. Thank you, Suanado. Thank you, Mr. Khoo.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Sambal.
Bye-bye.